Namaste, welcome to Zeel's Astrology. Now, Saturn is going to enter the nakshatra of Purvabhadrapada from December 27, 2024. Well, the first three padas of this nakshatra falls in the sign of Aquarius and the last three padas fall in the sign of Pisces. Saturn will remain in the Aquarius part of this nakshatra until March 29, 2025. After that, it moves into the sign of Pisces. So this is the last phase of Saturn in this nakshatra. Now, Purvabhadrapada is a nakshatra which represents front two legs of funeral cot. A nakshatra which inhibits the quality of destruction to construction. Since this is Saturn's final transit in Aquarius, marking the end of its current journey through this sign and the nakshatra it's passing through. After this, Saturn won't return to this sign and nakshatra for another 27-28 years approximately. So from here, a new karmic cycle begins. Saturn will start a new journey, a new cycle for you in this last phase, bringing new lessons and challenges to help shape and refine you over the next 27-28 years until it returns to the sign of Aquarius again. And before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also tap the bell icon to stay updated with your latest content. Like and share our videos with your friends and family, and also follow us on Instagram as well. If you are interested in a personal consultation, feel free to email me. All the links are provided in the description box below. Since this is the last phase of Saturn in this nakshatra, it's a time when the results of your past actions or karma will begin to show, whether positive or negative depending on what you have sown so far. Saturn is here to shift things around, clearing the way for the new cycle it is planned for your life. This is also a time when Saturn will let go of anything or anyone that no longer serves your purpose according to its divine plan. Now, it does not literally mean that it will detach you from things or people. Not for everyone. So please don't take it negatively. This time, it will even adjust your mindset to help you prepare for the next phase of your journey. So take this time to reflect, embrace the changes, and get ready for new chapter ahead. Saturn's lessons may not always be easy, but they are here to help you grow stronger and wiser. This is a phase of transformation where many new people and opportunities will enter your life, while some old relationships or situations may gradually fade away. It's a time of change and renewal, where Saturn is reshaping things for the next chapter of your journey. On a global level, during Saturn's transit in Purvabhadrapada nakshatra, we may see an increase in conflicts, including internal disputes within countries, war-like situations, terrorism, and even protest or rebellions. Events like farmers' protest or similar uprisings might also become more prominent during this time. Now, Saturn will move to the sign of Pisces on 29th March 2025. And if I talk about the period from starting March 25 till May, it will be very tricky and chaotic period till May end. You see, Saturn is now moving closer to Rahu. Both Saturn and Rahu are coming nearer to each other. So the phase when both will be close degreically, Saturn in its own unique way will try to break the illusions or the Maya that Rahu has created. And things will become more intense day by day until Rahu leaves the sign of Pisces and moves to the sign of Aquarius. After that, things will slowly and gradually settle down. In the first week of March 2025, Saturn will be at approximately 27 degrees in Aquarius, while Rahu will be around 2 to 3 degrees in Pisces. Since they will be within a proximity of approx 5 degrees, its effect will start becoming noticeable around this time. And specifically, the period between the end of March 2025 and the end of May 2025 is particularly tricky. During this time, it's strongly advised that no one, regardless of their ascendant, from Aries to Pisces, please don't make major life decisions. Any big or impulsive decisions made during this period may backfire, especially impulsive decisions. Because when Saturn will be in close conjunction with Rahu, it can cause a lot of confusion, frustration, and anger within people. Keeping patience and mindfulness, especially from March till May 2025, will be crucial. The time Saturn enters Pisces, it will come into conjunction with not only Rahu, but also Sun, retro Mercury, and retro Venus. In fact, on the same day, that is on 29th March 2025, when Saturn will move to the sign of Pisces, there will be the first solar eclipse of 2025 as well. I will make a separate video to explain this in detail. In short, to explain you, it will be like a planetary war, as all these planets will be influencing each other. I strongly advise against making any major decisions during this period, if possible. Globally, we can also expect some significant events to unfold within these 3 months, that is from March till May 2025. Remember, this challenging phase will be temporary. After May 2025, things will slowly and gradually start to settle down. So please don't worry. And however, I will make a separate detailed video on Saturn in Pisces. The Pisces part of Purvabhadrapada will have its own unique influence and flavor, which I will explain further in that video. Now, who will be the most impacted by this transit? Those who have Aquarius ascendant or moon sign, Pisces ascendant or moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant, moon sign, Capricorn ascendant or moon sign, Sun Saturn conjunction, Saturn Rahu conjunction, Saturn Ketu conjunction, Sun Rahu or Sun Ketu conjunction, Scorpio ascendant moon sign or Leo ascendant moon signs, those who have weak moon in their chart, those running Mahadashas or Antadasha of Saturn, Rahu or Jupiter will see significant impact. For remedial measures, it will be highly beneficial to incorporate spiritual practices during this time, especially from March starting till May end. You can chant Hanuman Chalisa, Vishnu Sahasranam or Narayan Kavach at least once a day. If you are not comfortable with Sanskrit shlokas, you can read or listen to their meanings, as this can be just as effective. Alternatively, if you don't have time to chant the longer shlokas, simply recite Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya or Shri Krishna Sharnam Mama. This can bring immense positivity and calm into your life. Chant this whenever you get time. Whatever spiritual practice you choose, make sure you do it with full dedication, devotion, and a sincere heart for the best results. Now let's move to ascendant-wise analysis. Aries ascendant. For Aries native, Saturn is currently transiting your 11th house, the sign of Aquarius, and rules your 10th and 11th house. This is a major transformative period for your career, bringing significant changes and possibly a heavy workload as well. This period may also bring a lot of frustration for you, especially from authorities. My advice is to avoid unnecessary arguments or disputes with them. And until now, if you have truly worked hard and followed the path of righteousness in your career, Saturn's influence in this last phase will bring positive gains you deserve. But remember, the gains might not be exactly the way you desire. It's up to Saturn to decide what you deserve. Saturn rewards hard work and dedication, even if it takes time. If you have walked the path of Dharma, this last phase of Saturn will help you bring favorable results, or at least turn things in your favor, gradually rewarding you for your efforts. Now, if I consider Jupiter, because Purvabhadrapada is ruled by Jupiter, it is right now transiting in Rohini Nakshatra in the sign of Taurus. So this combination with Saturn in your 11th house and Jupiter in 2nd house will bring financial gains for Aries ascendant. With this last phase of Saturn in Purvabhadrapada, you will experience transformations in your social circle and friendships as well. And remember, if your desires have been based on unethical actions or you have taken the wrong path to fulfill them, Saturn's next transit is in your 12th house, which represents losses. It won't favor you. Stay on the right path as much as possible. Now coming to the aspects, Saturn will aspect the first house, your ascendant. It will bring some relief to health issues until early March 2025. However, after that, your health may face challenges again. Now, Saturn's 7th aspect will fall on the sign of Leo, your 5th house. Now, here, it's important to be liberal and gentle with your children. This is a supportive time for conceiving a child until early March 2025. But afterwards, it can be a tricky period. So be cautious if you are pregnant or trying to conceive during that time, and take care of your health and your children's health as well. Saturn's 10th aspect on your 8th house, that is Scorpio, will bring some health issues, and as Saturn nears Rahu, after March, your health problems may increase. So be especially careful during this time. That is during the month of March. Additionally, from March onwards, expect sudden changes and transformations in your life, so stay prepared. Taurus ascendant. For Taurus natives, Saturn rules both your 9th and 10th house and is currently transiting your 10th house. This transit, particularly in Purvabhadrapada, will bring major transformations in your career. If you have worked hard with patience and ethics, Saturn will reward you with positive gains in your career. It may even bring a better role or position for you. However, don't let laziness take over. Keep working hard, because once Saturn moves into Pisces, your 11th house, your gains will be directly linked to your efforts. If you wander off from your responsibilities or neglect your work, Saturn in the 11th house will bring some more new challenges and test your way. This period will be less stressful until the beginning of March 25. But after that, as explained earlier in the general section of this video, a lot of anxiety, frustration and confusion may arise due to planetary influences. However, if you have worked with patience, ethics and have upheld your dharma in your career and other aspects of life, Saturn will slowly and steadily bring positive rewards your way. Now, talking about the aspects of Saturn, Saturn will aspect your 12th house, the sign of Aries, with its 3rd aspect. This aspect may still affect your sleep, though on a positive side. This is an excellent period for spiritual growth and gaining a deeper understanding of life's higher purpose. If you have been feeling anxious for a while, now is the time to keep your stress levels to a minimum. Use this period to focus on spirituality and connect with your deeper inner self. This approach will not only help you manage stress, but also improve your sleep and overall health. Saturn's 7th aspect will fall on your 4th house. Things should be still manageable until early March. If your mother has been facing health issues, you might find some good resources to help heal her, or at least find a way improve her situation. However, from March onwards, this period will be quite tricky, so be extra cautious with your mother's health. If you are thinking about purchasing property or asset or moving to a new place, then I would advise you to complete any property related decisions before March, or best keep it on hold if possible for next few months, as it's not a favorable period after that until May and 2025. And be cautious about property disputes after February 2025. On a positive note, this is a transformative period where you can work on healing any broken relationships with your family, especially your mother. It's also a good time to spend quality time with your family and nurture those relationships. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect will fall on your 7th house, which represents marriage, relationships, and business partnerships. This is an ideal time to work on improving your relationship with your spouse. If there have been any issues, Saturn can help you break free from any toxic relationships. But you need to be careful in your marriage, especially from March onwards. As mentioned earlier, this period is tricky. The month of March is tricky, so be cautious in your relationships during this time. In general, Taurus natives should be extra cautious from March onwards, especially regarding your mother's health, property-related matters, and relationships. The key to navigating this period smoothly is patience and humility in your relationships. Remember, no transit is permanent. Things will start to settle down gradually. Gemini Ascendants. For Gemini natives, Saturn is currently transiting your 9th house and it rules your 8th and 9th house. Saturn's transit through the 9th house is a very favorable period for spiritual growth. If your spirituality has been genuine and true, Saturn will reward you with positive gains and your luck will favor you. You may also experience some relief from health issues. However, from the month of March 2025, it's important to be cautious about your own health and also the health of your father, as these matters could become amplified during this time. Additionally, avoid long journeys during this period, that is from the month of March, as it may not be the best time for travel. I have already explained the reasons for this in the general section of this video, so feel free to check that for more details. If your desires have been aligned with the path of Dharma and you have worked hard towards your goals, Saturn is likely to provide you with financial gains during this period, positive financial gains. This could also bring career advancements or promotions at your workplace depending on your chart. However, for the month of March, be cautious of being overly desirous or greedy, as it could cause some issues and won't be supported by Saturn. Now, Saturn's 7th aspect will fall on your 3rd house, the sign of Leo. This is a favorable period for resolving any issues you may have with your neighbors or younger siblings. If you wish to do so, Saturn will support you in resolving these conflicts. This is also a good time to initiate new projects, but be cautious about making impulsive decisions. It's important to be wise in your communication, as even positive thing can turn negative if miscommunication occurs. Avoid making any major decisions during the period of March till May, and whether in your career, business, or other areas of life. Saturn's 10th aspect will fall on your 6th house, the sign of Scorpio. This aspect will shed light on any existing health issues and help guide you in overcoming them if you choose to address them. It will also support you in overcoming any needs or challenges. However, be cautious during the month of March, as these matters may be amplified during this time until May 2025. Cancer Ascendant. For Cancer natives, Saturn is currently transiting your 8th house and rules your 7th and 8th house. Even though Saturn is in its own sign and in the last phase of Purvabhadrapada, being in the 8th house means you may experience only slight relief in your health issues if you have any. However, even after Saturn moves out of Aquarius, Rahu will enter Aquarius, your 8th house. So, health concerns will remain slightly prominent for Cancer natives until Rahu's presence in Aquarius. On a positive note, this period may bring sudden gains, especially from inherited property, if your chart supports it. It's also a favorable period for diving into deep knowledge such as astrology, occult, mysticism, and even research work. This is a period where you can work on improving your relationship with your in-laws. However, be cautious in these areas, especially regarding your health for the month of March, as your health issues could amplify during this time. Now, Saturn's 3rd aspect falls on your 10th house, bringing the fruits of the hard work you have put into your career. You may see new career opportunities or advancements, as well as financial gains are also likely because the Lord of Purvabhadrapada, that is Jupiter, is in your 11th house, the house which represents your gains. So financial gains are on cards for Cancer natives, but you need to be very careful regarding career decisions. Don't make an impulsive career decision because your ascendant, as of now, is highly afflicted, which could lead to decisions that may not be beneficial in the long run. Now, Saturn's 7th aspect will fall on your 2nd house, the sign of Leo. This aspect may bring sudden new financial resources and will also help in resolving any underlying family issues you have been working on. Saturn will provide support in resolving these issues as it moves out of the sign of Aquarius in the last phase of Purvabhadrapada, and it will also help with financial gains as well. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect falls on your 5th house, the sign of Scorpio. This aspect can bring transformation to the relationship you are involved in, especially romantic ones. If you are trying to conceive, this period could be favorable as Jupiter is also aspecting your 5th house alongside Saturn. Furthermore, Saturn is in Jupiter's nakshatra, which enhances the potential of conception. For students, this is a positive period. Hard work will yield good results. Overall, your 5th house will undergo major transformation during the last phase of Saturn's transit in Aquarius in Purvabhadrapada. However, be cautious during the month of March 2025, especially if you are pregnant or dealing with any health issues. Leo Ascendants. For Leo natives, Saturn rules your 6th and 7th house, and it is currently transiting your 7th house. Well, the Lord of Purvabhadrapada, that is Jupiter, is in your 10th house, making this a favorable period for financial gains for Leo natives. However, be cautious with your expenses during this time. This last phase of Saturn's transit will gradually help resolve any issues in your marriage, provided both you and your spouse are willing to work on them. Saturn will offer guidance and solutions, helping you find resolutions if you're open for them. If you have been in toxic relationships, Saturn can also help you break free from it. You may even find a life partner during this phase if you're looking for a soulmate. However, if you are considering marriage during this phase, be cautious before legalizing it. Ensure you truly know your partner well, as issues could arise later on if you don't. For business professionals, Saturn can provide the necessary push to initiate or expand a business. It will help you understand both the positives and negatives of your business and career, showing you areas that need improvement. Be prepared for significant changes in your career during this period. For the month of March, be very cautious with your marriage and business decisions during this period, as issues may amplify, and stay cautious of frauds and cheating, especially in your business dealings. Saturn's 3rd aspect falls on your 9th house, which is a wonderful aspect for spirituality. If you have been walking the path of dharma and righteousness, Saturn will slowly but surely start turning events positively for you. And this could manifest in any area of life. It's also a good period to work on improving your relationship with your father, and also a positive period to work on improving your health of your father. And now Saturn's 7th aspect falls on your 1st house. This last phase of Saturn may bring slight improvement in your health, provided you have been disciplined and organized in your lifestyle. If you have been working on your health issues, Saturn will guide you towards better health and help improve your personality as well. This is also a good period for spirituality. However, be cautious, extra cautious about your health and even your partner's health from March onwards until May end, as it's a crucial period. This could bring confusion, disputes in relationships, and issues in your career. Avoid making any major decisions regarding your career or marriage during this phase, and focus on your health as much as possible. Before this period, that is before March, things will be positive, so it's not at all bad. Saturn's 10th aspect falls on your 4th house, the sign of Scorpio. If you have been trying to buy or sell property, this period could bring positive results. However, make sure everything is in order, ensure there are no disputes regarding the property, and that the paperwork is clear. This period could also bring transformations in your home life, particularly in your relationship with your mother. You can work on improving this relationship during this phase. Be cautious with your mother's health during the month of March, as health issues may arise. And during this month, there could also be property-related disputes as well. Overall, for Leo natives, this period, overall period of Saturn's transit in Purvabhadrapada is a transformative, not only for your spiritual growth, but also for your relationships and career as well. Virgo natives. For Virgo, Saturn rules your 5th and 6th house and currently transiting your 6th house. Now, Saturn in Purvabhadrapada in 6th house in the last phase can help you resolve any disputes, especially legal ones, if your chart permits. It's also a positive time for you if you are appearing for competitive exams and if you have worked hard for these exams. This will be the time when Saturn will want you to deal with your enemies or adversaries face to face so that you can win over them. And Saturn will help you and provide the strategy you need to overcome them. It's just a way that Saturn wants you to face challenges to come out of your fears. However, I advise against investing in the stock market or speculative markets, especially from March beginning till March end 2025. Up until now, you might have felt lazy or unorganized in your daily life, but during this last phase of Saturn, you will begin to organize your routine. Saturn will guide you to focus on things that need attention before it moves into Pisces. This phase also brings the possibility of revealing any hidden health issues, so you can start addressing them for positive outcomes. However, patience will be key to success in all areas of life, whether it's in your daily task, health, or facing challenges. Now, Saturn's 3rd aspect falls on your 8th house, which means you need to be cautious about any health concerns. Saturn will bring these issues to the forefront, but how you handle them is up to you. If you are proactive and work on your health, Saturn will certainly guide you towards improving it. And since Saturn is aspecting your 8th house, it's not a good time to invest in stock markets, especially for the month of March. In fact, during the this month of March, you might face relationship issues with your in-laws, and there could be inheritance-related disputes as well. Be patient and avoid unnecessary arguments during this time. Focus on maintaining healthy eating and drinking habits to avoid negative impacts on your health. Now, Saturn will aspect your 12th house with its 7th aspect. This will affect your sleep patterns, leading to disturbances. And with K2 entering your 12th house on May 2025, you may continue facing sleep-related issues for quite some time. So it's crucial to be extra cautious with your health. Avoid indulging in alcohol, smoking, or any other intoxications, as Saturn is influencing your 6th, 8th, and 12th house, while K2 is positioned in your 1st house. Health will be a primary concern, especially from March beginning till March end. This period will be tricky, so try to avoid unnecessary disputes as well. Take care of your health, and if you are planning to travel abroad, try to postpone it if possible for the month of March. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect falls on your 3rd house. This is the time when you can work on any relationship issues with your younger siblings and even with your neighbors. And apart from Saturn, Jupiter is also aspecting this house. So it will help you mend those misunderstandings. However, Saturn and Jupiter together may also reveal the true nature of those involved. Expect major transformations in your 3rd house over the coming months. This is a good time to work on improving your communication skills, learning how to be more diplomatic in your approach. Despite these benefits, be cautious with your neighbors, especially from March 2025 onwards, as this period could lead to issues or harassment from their side until May end. Stay patient, calm and wise in your communication. Any missteps in communication could escalate into long-term disputes, so handle things carefully. Now coming to Libra ascendants. For Libra natives, Saturn rules your 4th and 5th house. Well, Saturn in the 5th house is not a favorable position for speculative markets, whether it's in the last phase of its transit or not. However, Saturn in Purvabhadrapada can bring positive results, especially if you have been struggling with conceiving a child. There may be some challenges or struggles, so be cautious. And if you are pregnant, take extra care of your health. On a positive side, this is a good time to start learning something new. After Saturn's transit, Rahu will enter your 5th house, expanding your learning opportunities. So if you begin your studies now, Rahu will help you dive deeper into the subject once you have mastered the basics. It's a great time to focus on gaining knowledge. Saturn in the 5th house can make you feel less inclined to the spiritual or engage in activities like mantra chanting or meditation. However, engaging in these practices can be very helpful for you during this period. If your children have been facing health issues or you have been struggling in any area relating to them, this last phase of Saturn's transit could bring some relief. Additionally, if you have felt a lack of entertainment or happiness up until now, you might notice that this feeling eases as Saturn continues its transit. Your perception of happiness and entertainment will undergo a shift. For example, before, watching movies might have been your way to relax and find joy. But after Saturn moves into Pisces, you might find happiness in something else, maybe your children or other aspects of life, rather than activities like parties or movies. If you are looking to purchase property, this period could bring positive results. But make sure to be cautious with documentation and avoid any disputes related to the property. For students, if you have been putting in the effort, your hard work will gradually start paying off. Stay motivated and continue working hard. Saturn will reward your perseverance with positive results sooner or later. Regarding Saturn's 3rd aspect, it will fall on your 7th house. The purpose of this aspect is to purify that particular house, in case it's your 7th house, which governs marriage and relationships. If there have been misunderstandings or issues in your married life up until now, these will begin to resolve slowly and gradually. Saturn will guide things toward what is best for your future transits. But the outcome can be either positive or negative depending on your individual chart. Your spouse may face health issues, but these will ease once Mars, your 7th lord, moves to the sign of Leo. For business professionals, any challenges you have been facing in your business will start to subside in this final phase of Saturn's transit in Aquarius. This period will also bring positive financial outcomes, though you shouldn't expect them to unfold exactly the way you desire. However, from the beginning to the March of end, be particularly cautious in your relationships, not just with your children, but also with your partner, whether spouse or business partner. Be careful in your business dealings and avoid disputes. Stay alert to frauds and refrain from signing important documents or paperwork without thorough analysis. This is not a favorable period for making major decisions like business expansion or entering into new ventures. Be very careful with your communication. Month of March is not a good time to make any major decisions relating to marriage, business, or investments. Now, Saturn's 7th aspect falls on your 11th house, the house of gains, meaning you will start seeing the fruits of your past actions and karmas. If your karmas have been positive, the results will reflect that. But even positive outcomes might not arrive in the exact form you envisioned. Acceptance is key during this phase. Stay positive and wise with your expenditures. Be mindful of unnecessary purchases as Ketu is in your 12th house, which can amplify your expenses. This aspect of Saturn may also bring career advancements or promotions, especially if your chart permits. However, it could also lead to arguments or disputes with higher authorities, particularly in the month of March. Professionally, be cautious during this time, as misunderstandings may arise. Saturn will also bring transformations in your social circle and your relationship with your elder siblings. If there have been any misunderstandings, this is an opportune time to work on mending those relationships. You may find that some friends leave your circle while new ones are added. So be ready for changes and stay open to new experiences. Now Saturn's 10th aspect falls on your second house, the sign of Scorpio. Your communication skills, your speech will be very important not only in your career but also in your relationship with your spouse, your children, or other family members. So use this period to heal any strained relationship with your family members, as both Saturn and Jupiter's influence can help you mend these bonds. Additionally, Saturn will shed light on your finances, guiding you to explore other financial resources to improve your income. The month of March will require you to be cautious about your children's health and your relationships with those in your home or close to you. Be mindful of your public speaking or public relations, as communication will play a crucial role during the month of March. If you are pregnant during the month of March, take extra care of your health. This period may bring some dissatisfaction, delays, or hurdles, especially if you are considering conceiving or facing any health challenges. There could be health issues in your family, particularly with your mother, so ensure you take care of her well-being as well. Scorpio Ascendants. For Scorpio natives, Saturn is currently transiting your 4th house and rules your 3rd and 4th house. Saturn in Purvabhadrapada, in this last phase of its transit, can bring a bit of relief to your mother's health. Although your mother will continue facing health issues because after Saturn, Rahu will be transiting the sign of Aquarius on May 18 onwards. While Saturn can provide guidance on how to minimize these issues, your mother may still face some challenges until Rahu leaves Aquarius. Saturn will also help elevate the frustration and restrictions you have been feeling at home. The sense of lack of happiness in your domestic environment will gradually ease, and issues with your siblings, younger siblings or neighbors will start to settle down. However, considering the planetary positions, this is not the best time to purchase property. If you must purchase a property, do so before the month of March, ensuring all documents is in order. Alternatively, purchasing after May would be more favorable. The final phase of Saturn will completely transform your thought process regarding your home and family. Now, if I talk about the aspects of Saturn, Saturn's 3rd aspect falls on your 6th house. Well, it is a good period if you have been working hard for competitive exams. This period may provide you positive gains, especially if you want to appear for public sector exams. Saturn will also provide the necessary strengths to overcome challenges in your daily life, especially those related to adversaries or enemies. If you have been facing difficulties, Saturn's energy will guide you in finding ways to overcome them. Patience will be key to success during this period. Saturn's influence will help provide the right direction and support, but only if you have been walking the path of dharma and approaching challenges with the right mindset. Now, Saturn's 7th aspect falls on your 10th house, the sign of Leo. Your career path will see major transformations here. The combination of Saturn in Purvabhadrapada aspecting Leo and Ketu Nattar Falguni is favorable for promotions or increments, but it will require hard work. You may also take steps to improve your career or even consider changing your jobs during this period. Saturn will offer the necessary support, but it's important to be cautious before making any major career decisions, especially regarding job changes. Make sure you have a backup plan in place. Avoid impulsive decisions. Take your time to think through your options, analyze the situation, and then make a decision based on logic and practicality, and not based on emotions. Use the wisdom of Jupiter and the patience of Saturn to guide you in this process. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect falls on your 1st house. This is a good time to focus on improving your health, especially if you want to change your eating habits or lose weight. Saturn will support you in these efforts if you genuinely want to improve your well-being. This period offers a chance for major transformation, both physically and in your overall approach to life. Overall, Scorpio natives will experience significant transformations during this phase of Saturn's transit, with changes impacting your family life, career, and personal health. In the month of March, be extra careful with your health as well as your mother's health. There may also be property-related issues or construction-related problems at home. This is not an ideal time for purchasing property, as said earlier. Additionally, avoid making major career decisions during this month of March, as it can be confusing and decisions made without proper analysis may backfire. Focus on your health instead and avoid unhealthy habits such as alcohol, smoking, or junk food. Drink plenty of water and maintain a healthy lifestyle throughout this period. Sagittarius ascendants. For Sagittarius natives, Saturn rules your second and third house, and is currently transiting your third house in the Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. This phase could open up opportunities to find new and steady sources of income. It's also a time when Saturn encourages you to step out of your comfort zone, whether it's starting new project at work or launching a business or trying something new. Saturn is here to give you the courage and drive you need. But remember, you have to take that first step. Push yourself, face your fears, and work on overcoming any obstacles in your path. Saturn will support your efforts, but only if you avoid impulsive decisions. Instead, focus on patience, wisdom, and careful planning. Now, since Jupiter, the ruler of Purvabhadrapada, is in your 6th house, be cautious about unnecessary arguments, especially your neighbors. Your communication matters a lot during this time. Choose your words wisely because they can either smooth over issues or make them worse. This period can also help you resolve lingering issues like improving relationships with your younger siblings if you are willing to put in the effort. If you are planning short trips before March, make sure to organize everything well in advance to avoid last-minute problems. This is also a good time to confront your fears. Saturn's role here is to help you understand your strengths and weaknesses. If you acknowledge those weaknesses and work on them, Saturn will guide you towards overcoming challenges. Now if I talk about Saturn's aspect, Saturn's third aspect falls on your 5th house, Aries. Not a good period to invest in speculative markets, and if you still wish to invest in low risk, long-term assets rather than high-risk assets. Your children may face health issues. Pay attention to your children's health, and if you are pregnant, take care of yourself. On a bright side, this is a great time to learn something new or pick up new skills. For students who are genuinely putting in effort, Saturn will reward your hard work slowly but steadily. Now, the 7th aspect of Saturn falls on your 9th house, the sign of Leo. During this time, your father's health might fluctuate, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on that. If you have been wanting to improve your relationship with your father, this is a good time to work on it. Try to avoid long trips if possible. If you do need to travel, plan everything carefully to avoid unnecessary conflicts or hassles during your journey. Saturn teaches us not to rely on shortcuts to fulfill our goals. So stay committed to walking the path of righteousness and doing the right thing. This is how you will activate luck in your favor. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect falls on the sign of Scorpio, your 12th house. With Scorpio currently afflicted, you might notice some disturbances in your sleep or higher stress levels. To counter this, try to stay calm and manage your stress. It will help you avoid health issues. In general, this isn't the most favorable period health-wise for Sagittarius natives. Take extra care of both your health and your father's health during this time. On a positive note, Saturn's influence here supports spiritual growth and doing spiritual activities at your home. Apart from that, you may also travel abroad if your chart permits. Just plan your trip well in advance. Now, if I talk about the month of March 2025, this particular month could be tricky It's best to avoid long or international traveling during this month if you can. Even minor disagreements could escalate into bigger disputes, so try to steer clear of any unnecessary arguments. Here, patience and careful decision making are key. Avoid impulsive actions, focus on your well-being and remain grounded in your values. Saturn rewards those who walks with wisdom and caution. And be very careful with your health and your father's health. Capricorn Ascendant. For Capricorn natives, Saturn, which rules your first and second house, is currently transiting your second house in Purvabhadrapada Nakshatra. This marks a significant period for transformation, especially in areas related to family values and finances. Saturn's influence here could open up new financial opportunities, but these rewards come with a condition. You need to be walking the path of dharma and fulfilling your responsibilities. If you have been honest and diligent, Saturn is likely to bring positive financial gains. You might have been feeling a sense of restriction in your family life or feel limited due to family-related responsibilities. The good news is that these restrictions will slowly and gradually start to ease, giving you more freedom. At the same time, Saturn will also shift your outlook on family and what family values mean to you. This is also a time for healing. If there have been unresolved issues or tensions within your family, Saturn will help you address and resolve them. You might also see changes in your family dynamics. For example, if your daughter is getting married, she might leave your home to join another family. But that also creates connections with new members of your extended family. So some people may leave while new members could join. Ultimately, this phase is about transformation and growth, both financially and within your family circle. If your intentions have been pure and aligned with Saturn's teachings, this period could bring rewards and deeper connections. Now, Saturn's third aspect falls on your fourth house. If your mother have been facing health issues until now, then during this last phase, you may find ways to improve her condition. If you're dealing with property matters, Saturn might help you purchase a property. But be very careful with the documentation work. Make sure everything is clear, including the title, to avoid complication. Now, Saturn's seventh aspect falls on your 8th house, the sign of Leo. With Saturn aspecting your 8th house, you need to be very careful with your health issues. This last phase of Saturn in Purvabhadrapada can bring up some undetected or neglected health issues to the surface. While Saturn will want you to work on it, on the bright side, this is a great time for research, learning or diving into subjects like astrology, mysticism, or other deep transformative knowledge. Now, the 10th aspect of Saturn falls on your 11th house. Your 11th house is also aspected by Jupiter as well. If you have been walking the path of righteousness and working hard with patience, Saturn will reward you with financial and spiritual gains along with valuable knowledge. This period may also help you mend strained relationships with your elder siblings or others in your social circle. Saturn will shift your perspective, showing you who your true well-wishers are and helping you identify those who don't have your best interest at heart. Expect some changes in your friend circle. New friends may come in, while some old ones may drift away. Now, there's a special note for March 2025. For the month of March 2025, this requires extra caution. Pay close attention to your health as well as family-related matters, as there could be stress, anxiety, or even conflicts within the family. Issues related to property, assets, or vehicles might also come up. So it's best to avoid major decisions, especially regarding property purchases or investments in speculative markets. Take things slowly, stay grounded, and focus on careful planning during this time. Aquarius Ascendant. For Aquarius natives, Saturn rules your 12th house and your 1st house and is currently transiting your 1st house. This final phase of Saturn in Purvabhadrapada will slowly and gradually bring relief from feelings of anxiety, frustration, or depression that you may have been experiencing during this transit. Saturn in the first house is all about transformation, especially in your mindset, personality, and ability to face your fears. If you have been confronting your fears and working on your personal growth, this phase will bring newfound strength and resilience, benefiting your personality, career, and overall life. That said, Saturn in the first house can sometimes trigger health issues, so it's essential to pay attention to your well-being. While health issues may persist, they won't feel as intense as before. Focus on adopting healthier eating habits, drinking plenty of water, as Saturn tends to make you neglect hydration and maintaining a balanced lifestyle. Now, Saturn's third aspect falls on your third house, the sign of Aries. As said earlier, Saturn will provide you the necessary strength to take on new projects, pursue career goals, and work on new initiatives. Apart from that, Saturn in Purvabhadrapada aspecting third house. You may have to face some challenges with your neighbors here. This could mean minor disagreements or situations that test your patience. Saturn will also help you improve your communication skills. Take a moment to reflect on how much you have grown in this area since Saturn began to transit in Aquarius. For those who have put in the effort to better themselves, you will notice significant progress in how you express yourself. This aspect also encourages you to mend strained relationships with your younger siblings, if any. If you have been experiencing issues, this is the good time to address and resolve them. Remember, while Saturn is supportive here, it demands patience and wisdom. Avoid impulsive decisions and ensure that your choices are well thought out and practical. Now, Saturn's seventh aspect falls on your seventh house. This aspect may have brought challenges in marriage. It brings challenges so that you work together to solve those issues. If you have worked to solve your issues mutually with understanding, then this last phase of Saturn will help you make a stronger bond here. Because after Saturn moves out of Aquarius, Ketu will enter your seventh house in the month of May 2025. Contrary to popular belief, Ketu doesn't always mean detachment. In fact, it deepens bond when there's already a solid connection. This transition could solidify your relationships, especially if you have learned from the lessons Saturn has taught you. For those seeking marriage, this aspect of Saturn might pave the way for serious relationships or marriage, provided it aligns with your chart. In business, Saturn's influence may have caused ups and downs, but relief is on its way as this phase progresses. And Saturn's 10th aspect falls on your 10th house, the house of your career, your Karmasthan, the sign of Scorpio. You may encounter new opportunities, advancements, or shifts in your professional life. While these changes can be beneficial, it's vital to analyze situations carefully before making major decisions. If you get a good opportunity and you are sure that everything is okay, then you must go for it. But always remain grounded in dharma. Righteousness, patience, and wisdom will guide you through challenges. And now if I talk about the month of March 2025, from March starting till March end, first of all, you need to be very careful with your health issues. Apart from that, this period can also trigger some issues with your neighbors or younger siblings, and even disputes or disagreements in your marriage. Not at all a good time to get married if you are considering marriage during this period. And don't make any major career decisions during this time, because this period can bring a lot of confusion and indecisiveness. This period will also bring more anxiety and frustration for you. So please don't stress yourself too much. Don't hesitate to share your concerns with trusted family members, especially your mother, as she may provide comfort and clarity. Remember, this is a temporary phase. Things will improve as Saturn moves out of your first house and into your second house by mid-2025. Gradual relief in health and mental well-being is on its way. Seek support when needed, whether from family, a counselor, or an astrologer. Trust that this transformative period will ultimately lead to growth and stability. Pisces Ascendant. For Pisces native, Saturn rules your 11th and 12th house. And Saturn is currently transiting your 12th house in the Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. Saturn's transit through 12th house in Aquarius has likely brought anxiety, restlessness, and sleepless nights for many of you. However, in this final phase, Saturn will begin to ease these challenges gradually. While sleep disturbances may persist, especially as Rahu will enter the 12th house after Saturn moves out. So, adopting a disciplined lifestyle with a focus on diet, stress management, and avoiding intoxicants will help improve sleep and overall health. Apart from that, Saturn in the 12th house in Purvabhadrapada is a beautiful transit for spiritual progress. Saturn in the 12th house fosters a deep connection to spirituality, offering opportunities for inner growth and introspection. However, as Saturn also governs losses, it's essential to keep expenses in check. If your efforts and desires have been aligned with ethical practices and hard work, Saturn will reward you with gains and financial stability. Conversely, neglecting these lessons might lead to setbacks or increased expenses. Now, Saturn's third aspect falls on your second house, the sign of Aries. During this period, Saturn may push you to adopt healthier habits, particularly in terms of eating and drinking. Financial stability will improve slowly but steadily if you remain disciplined and walk the path of righteousness. This aspect also provides an opportunity to mend strained family relationship, though taking the first step is essential. Now, if I talk about the seventh aspect of Saturn, Saturn's seventh aspect falls on your sixth house, Leo. This emphasizes the need for discipline in daily routine life. This aspect supports those appearing for competitive exams if you have worked hard for it. It will also provide you new strategies to deal with your enemies or adversaries or dealing with any challenges in your daily routine life. It also encourages reducing financial burdens or debts through methodical planning, and neglecting discipline may lead to health issues or challenges in daily life. This transit of Saturn in the 12th house is a period of transformation. If you have worked on Saturn's lessons of discipline, patience, and ethical living, the rewards will manifest not only in material stability but also in spiritual growth. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect falls on your 9th house, the sign of Scorpio, where Jupiter is also aspecting. As said earlier, Saturn in the 12th house and both Saturn and Jupiter aspecting your 9th house is actually a very beautiful combination for spirituality and spiritual growth. You can also do spiritual activities at your home as well. Such activities can help bring positivity and harmony to your living environment. Now, if your actions align with principles of dharma and righteousness, this phase will favor you, opening door for positive changes in luck and fortune. For those pursuing higher education or planning to study abroad, this is a favorable period. Saturn and Jupiter's combined influence provides support and stability in such endeavors. Make sure your trips are well planned in advance. Now, if I talk about the month of March 2025, it may bring hidden illusions to the surface, urging you to confront and dispel them. This period, that is this 1 month of March, could feel unsettling, leading to anxiety or discomfort. It's a time to stay grounded and mindful, as these revelations are meant to guide you towards clarity and truth. Health should be a top priority during this phase for both yourself and your father. Additionally, this is a time to be cautious of fake gurus or misleading spiritual paths. The Maya created by Rahu in your first house may start to dissolve as Saturn starts its journey towards your first house. A process that might feel intense, but it's ultimately meant to bring clarity and alignment with reality. Stay patient and use this period to strengthen your spiritual and mental resilience. So that's it for today. Do remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Have a wonderful day ahead and meet you in the next video. Until then, take care and namaste.